Did this just buzz?
Yeah. So when it's
Damn. Did you feel that?
No.
yeah,
mine
so
on?
when I press record here, yes.
Oh, okay.
I literally was holding on to it and I felt it was...
Oh, I didn't feel anything, and it's attached to my chest. That's why I was concerned. I was like, man, this thing's attached to my hips. My hips?
Your,
Okay, let's
your
do,
what?
My hip. What? I wanted to say hips, and I said neck.
Josh, give me a little bit of my.
Mic check, mic check. Thumbs up. Let's get started.
That is such an opening.
I don't have the energy for a big opening today. A lot of business owners invest in a website, drive traffic to it, and assume it's doing what it's supposed to do until they realize visits aren't actually turning into leads, sales, or real growth for their business. So how do you know if your website is actually converting? And if it's not, what are the small changes that can make the biggest difference? I'm Josh. This is my co-host Carson. And on Marketing Fact, we dive into real marketing questions, give expert answers, and share actionable insights we've found to supercharge your marketing, working with 273 clients over the past 10 years. Carson, question number 1. How do I know if my website is actually doing its job or if people are just visiting and leaving?
Oh, are you still in business? Would be my starting. No, like, are you in business? If you have a website and the website is your sole purpose of doing business, you would know if it's working because you would have business. Like, that's just A to B correlation. If you're like a brick and mortar and you have a website because you need to have one, but you get a lot of foot traffic traditionally, then you have to start looking at the data, right? So traditionally we would start like, hey, is your traffic relevant? Where's it coming from? If you are a local flower shop in Vancouver, right? Traffic from Singapore probably doesn't help you unless you do, over the
Ship bouquets to Singapore.
I was gonna say overnight.
Labubu roses. I've seen Labubu roses.
Do you do red eye roses over the red eye roses to Singapore? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless you're doing that, it doesn't matter, right? Next thing we would want to look at is like bounce rate. So the traffic, if say the traffic was coming from Canada, you could go down to the city level if you wanted to and check that then. But like, is the bounce rate below say 50%? And why 50%? 1 in every 2 people gets to your website, and you've done this. You've landed on a website, looked at it for a couple seconds, gone, nope, and left, right? Well, if 1 in every 2 people does that, that's okay, right? The lower the bounce rate, the better, obviously. And like, hey, a 30% bounce rate is better than a 50% bounce rate. But if you're seeing an 80% bounce rate, your website's not answering a question for the majority of people.
Okay. So what would I actually be looking at to know if my website is converting well? We talked about bounce rate. We talked about where's my traffic coming from. What does a good converting website look like?
Well, what does it look like? It varies by industry, right? Or use case. Like, are you a shopping website, right? If you're a shopping website...
Quiet on set, please.
Yeah, stop banging into the doors. If you're a shopping website, right, and you're selling a product, your website selling the product and having purchase conversion events would determine that you are successful. If you're a consulting business and you need leads or customer information, you would have an event that would be generated that you're tracking inside, say, your analytics platform about those leads, about people submitting that form or booking an appointment if it's a calendar booking. You would be hopefully tracking that. And this is me assuming you're tracking that. If you're not, you definitely can't tell. Like, we have a client who's come to us and going, I did marketing last year. I don't have any tracking set up. I don't know how well it went. And it's like, correct. Let's start fixing that first. Like, that's the first step in that case. But you would look for your, what we call key event, right? And that's what Google also refers to it in GA4, is a key event that your consumer or your end user is taking, right? You can have false flag key events, and that's where you need to look at bounce rate, session duration.
False flag key events, what's that?
You're getting a bunch of, say, form submissions, but when you go and look at them in your CRM, they're all bad quality, right? So this is where you go up funnel from that, and you go look at average session duration. Oh, well, all these form fills are coming when the session's under 10 seconds, and They're all coming from Singapore. Oh, well, those are spam form fills. You need to address that. And that's how you can kind of start to diag what's happening.
So say that term again. What was the term?
False flags.
False flag. So basically, the action that you want to happen is happening, but when you look at the quality that's coming through your marketing, there's something not connecting.
Yeah, it would be like, for us, you got a lead, a form fill, and you look at it and the phone number's disconnected, the email doesn't respond, you can't find the business. It's not a great lead. It was probably spam. And then we say, if we go back and look at our data, we go, oh, that lead came from Russia. Oh, that was where the geographical on that day at that time, that form fill came from Russia. Oh, he's probably fake.
So backtracking to website then, because website traffic landing onto the website, fine. These false flags, higher quality, right? Every business says, I want better quality leads. What role does a website play in that?
Immensely, all of it. Like, I mean, not all of it, but like a gigantic portion of it. If you, we could start at different points of the website, but like, if you have a website with say your collection method has no CAPTCHA, your collection method has very simple auto-fillable answers, no spam control, another way of saying CAPTCHA, no MQL questions, right? You could get spam with a bunch of leads. Do you just have like a contact form with an
MQL? Please define MQL for the listeners.
Market qualified lead. So
Boom.
like an MQL question would be like, if you're for us, like a market quality for us is like, what are you currently spending on ad spend? Or what is your current marketing budget, right? They help define what a current marketing budget is so that when you get it, we know. We have a construction company who we go, hey, like, what's the scope of work? So if they fill out custom home, right? They want to build a custom home, great. And if they go, what's your budget? And that person fills $100,000 or less, that's not a qualified lead from a marketing standpoint because that person is way out of line. A custom home costs $1 million plus to build, right? So that helps define for a salesperson or an end user, business owner, how good that lead was without even having to talk to the person. And so that's where your website plays a role in doing that. Your website could also be saying the wrong thing. And so all the leads you're generating are bad for your business because your website's saying the wrong thing.
So your website's kind of like the bouncer at the entrance of your club, letting the right people in.
I would say yes, but your website is okay. I come from the automotive industry. It's where I've worked. We always called the website the digital showroom. Car dealerships, you walk into anyone, their showrooms are clean, pristine, dialed. They look good. All the cars are polished, right? People are typically happy in most cases to see you. Very, very good presence, right? If your website doesn't reflect the same thing, how can you expect it to work? It's your digital representation of your business. And we're in a digital age where that's how people are interacting with each other.
Mm-hmm. In your opinion, what are the biggest website mistakes that quietly kill conversions?
The easy one is not having calls to action more frequent. So take a page, and you on that page, it's a long page that has a bunch of good information, all of how your process works, how you do business, what the benefits are, your offer and stuff, and you put one call to action either at the top or at the very bottom. But halfway through, I've decided I want to engage with you. Now I'm looking for this thing, and I can't find it. I'm frustrated. I leave. Simple. Or too much or too little info is another thing. I give you a giant word dump. It's just too many words. I can't, I don't want to read it. People are not wanting to always consume a ton of information. We have different personality types. Some people are like that. They're like, I will consume as much information as you provide me. Some people are like, just give me the cliff notes. Let me understand so I can make a decision, right? But then on the flip side, another big issue that a lot of businesses will do is they will either assume ignorance of their consumer or assume brilliance of their consumer, where they then write their website to that, if that makes sense. So they
explain that more.
They will talk down to their consumer by over-explaining simple concepts, or they will talk up and it'll go over their consumer's head.
What do you think the happy balance is? How do you find that balance?
Well, I mean, Google defines like you should write it at 5th grade level. That's their kind of like best practice definition. But you also it's part of what your brand's about and who your target persona is. So for us, we target small business owners, right, who need marketing, right, have successful businesses, want to scale and grow this business, and want a partner that's going to do that with them. We talk in a way that weeds out people who are not them, right, but also is not like too technical and too in the weeds for the other person, for like our target persona to attach to. I.e., you're a busy guy who has a bunch of other stuff going on. Like, why would I just add to your, like, why would I make you have to go Google something on my website to understand if we're doing a good job? If that kind of makes sense. Like, I always bring it back to the idea of like, you could be a business owner and you could be drowning. I'm not going to then hand you a baby in order to do business with us, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to hand you a life raft.
Baby's not helpful in that situation, Mark. What's a baby going to do, Mark? What's a baby going to do?
Nothing. Cry.
It's a euphemism. It's a euphemism. It's not a euphemism. It's a
markets it.
It's a word or phrase.
Markets it. Call to actions. Quick question on that. Frequency of call to actions important. What would you say is more important? Having more frequent call to actions or having more relevant? Having the copy more dialed?
Okay, well, cart horse. Like, you could have the best copy in the world and no calls to action. No one's filling out shit. Mm-hmm. You could have 1 million calls to action and shit copy, or chicken eggers would be a better one, actually. Mm-hmm. And shit copy, and no one gets what you're selling, so they don't fill it out. Like, you need both. Have you golfed?
Rarely.
Rarely.
I putt nice here on the putting green, though.
If I gave you a wet noodle to putt with, but I get a putter, who's going to win?
Depends on how.
Really?
Depends on how well I can slang that noodle, dude.
Okay, anyways. But that's the idea.
You make the noodle hard?
No, it's a wet noodle on purpose, guys. That's the idea, though, that we kind of come back to is like you need both. The copy needs to inform so that I want to click the call to action. And the call to action needs to be present enough and often enough that when I've made the decision that I want to, I can find it.
It's quick and easy to do it. Of course. Okay. This is a good question. I know you don't like talking about design stuff too much, Carson, but let's put our design hats on.
There's a reason for that.
Let's put our design hats on, Carson.
Sure.
How much does design really matter when it comes to turning visitors into customers?
A ton, in both directions. Okay, so you could have the most beautiful website that is not CRO, conversion rate optimized, right? You could over-design something where looks pretty, really cool to kind of interact with, but a consumer can't find what they're looking for, can't do their job. You could have a website on the flip side that has all the information, has all the right stuff, but because it is just so poorly designed or looks outdated, right? It doesn't vibe anymore. Compare it to clothing trends. Actually, a really good comparison would be clothing trends. No one wears, on mass anymore. How often?
Fedoras.
Great example. I was going to come up with the with the 90s punk like that wave color, that neon, the pink and the blue. It looks like
Lost me.
No?
Let's stick with fedoras.
Fedoras? Sure. We can stick with fedoras. No one wears those fedoras anymore. I'm trying to think what that thing was now. It's like the cups from your dentist's office, that color that was waved on them. Anyways, whatever. It's like shaved ice. I don't know. Anyways, fedoras. Like not a ton of people are wearing fedoras, right?
Fair.
People do. Some people look really good in them. Some people don't, right?
Do you look good in fedoras?
No, I was that kid who tried it when I was like 14.
How many fedoras did you own?
I owned one. I got it at Disneyland, but it was like a Nightmare Before Christmas one.
Hey, there we go.
I wore that thing into the dirt. It was bad.
I need to see that.
No, we don't.
Mark, pull it up.
Mark does not have a laptop to pull it up on purpose.
Mark, pull it up.
No, we're not pulling anything
I
up.
was going to put it on the screen.
You can't find it. Anyways, but on the flip side, though, jeans. Jeans don't go out of date. They are stylish. They look good. And those are those type of things that you kind of go, yeah, the fedora might have looked good at one point, It doesn't anymore. Now, what's the cool thing now?
The fedoras are only good for that niche people that like, hey, I want to bring fedoras back. But jeans, everybody loves a good jean sometimes.
Yeah, and even jeans change, right? Distressed jeans, wash jeans, types of like looks that they all have, like that changes. So it's like changing with the times. We had a real estate client who had a website that was like from 2010, I think they said.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was great for 2010. It's 2026. And now his new website that we built for him looks way better, and now actually looks like his competitors' websites do.
So what does his modern look have to do with conversions? Looking modern, how does that help you sell?
How does it help you sell? Okay, I have a question for you. Would you rather walk into the place that's all lit up or the dark dungeon?
Depends on the mood, but usually the light one.
Yeah, like you're looking for something that's trustworthy, reliable, in business. It's trust signals, it's sophistication, it's success levels, all the different subtle things that a decision maker on the other end might make. If you are, let's use real estate as a great example. You want to buy a home and you're going to invest $2 to $5 million in that home. Are you going to partner with a realtor whose website looks like it's running on Windows 98, right? Hasn't been updated in 10 years. The photo of them is from 30 years ago, right? And they don't look like that photo anymore. Or are you going to work with somebody whose website is mobile responsive, has the right kind of design, has kind of new elements in it, uses newer technology? Which one are you going to, well, naturally you'll probably connect with the latter, because the other one you won't stay on because you'll probably have to fight the website to get the result you want. And that's where design can kick you in the bunches. Like, try not to swear from Mark's ears. Sweet baby. But
Did you call him sweet baby or?
yeah, he's a sweet baby who can't hear any bad words. But we have a client who we're working with where the website we have to make changes to their website because you actually can't find a giant portion of their info unless you go to one specific section. You can't easily get to it anywhere else. And that's like part of just basic design and how things link to each other, internal linking and stuff, and like the natural flow of a consumer.
I'm a business owner. I've been in business for 25 years. I hear you. I want to appear more modern, but I also don't want to lose that history, right? This story that my business can tell of 25 years of success. How do I look modern yet balance not giving up that historical advantage that I have? I've been around.
Okay, so that's where branding plays a giant role, and design. But your bigger win on that side of things is like, we have a client who's been in business for 40 plus years. Their website was 15 to 20 years old. It was made in 2010, 26 years old when we just relaunched it. They still have all of the essence of their old brand and their legacy and what they've worked towards, because you make sure that when you do that new design, you keep it in there. You talk about it in the copy, right? You embrace those things. Maybe it's a traditional color that the logo's always used. You don't do a complete teardown rebuild of the brand, right? But hey, the website should operate a certain way in 2026. So like, let's go and make that work. Great example is a character house, right? We have character homes here in Vancouver where you can't change the outside of the home because of just
Heritage homes?
Heritage homes. Character homes, heritage homes.
Are they called character homes here?
Yep.
Oh, in Newfoundland we call them heritage
They're
homes.
also called heritage homes, I believe, as well, but like a character home, right? You can't change the envelope of the building or the outside, but inside you can do whatever you want. So you look at this beautiful historic thing and we walk inside and you go, it's modern. You're not still living in the 1940s.
Great example. He was on fire last week when we recorded
the gym
with the gym examples. That was so you can still maintain that history yet not live like it's 1980 anymore.
Yeah, like you're not on a horse-drawn carriage. You're a successful business owner of 25 years. You're probably driving a car, right? Are you still doing the same business practice you did 25 years ago? No, of course you're not.
Yep.
I hope not. Some things.
Stop that, you, whoever's still doing that. Okay, last question. Someone listening to this, all this sounds so good. right? I have a website, not getting leads I want. I want more conversions. I don't know where to start. What should I do?
Ask for help. I bless, like I say that, I like bless my soul. Ask for help. You're a successful business owner who has been doing very, very well, and you either have an agency that you're working with and you're not seeing success. Ask a second opinion. You don't like what your doctor says, you get a second opinion. You don't like advice that you hear from a buddy, you ask your wife for your advice. Your wife tells you something, you listen. It's a different type of relationship there. Facts. But you know what I mean? Like, get a second opinion. You don't have a marketing team and you've been doing it yourself and it's not working. Ask for help. Like, we have clients who come to us and go, hey, can you just take a look? Like, we do growth audits for clients where we go look at what they look like and what's going to happen in the next 90 days and what they need to fix to be successful. And we go and we do this stuff where it's not that intrusive. You just give us access and we take a look at what's happening and we go, oh, you can fix that there. Oh, this is what you could do here. There's some issues here, here, and here. This is what you could do. And the next step from there is obviously that they go, great. So how? And that's where you engage with someone to do the job, i.e., hey, if your check engine light comes on, do you ignore it or do you ask a mechanic to take a look at it? And then once the mechanic takes a look at it, do you want to get it fixed or not? It's the same flow.
Come get your growth audit. You want to spend some time with this guy right here? www.setsail.ca/Cal. Subtle plug. That's it for today, folks. Every episode we put out is built. We just plugged that. Yeah, we just plugged that. Every episode we put out is built on that. Better make it into the final cut.
I was going to say,
mark.
I don't know if that link works. Does that URL even work?
www.setsail.ca/Cal. CAL.
Oh.
That does work, yes.
Okay.
I probably should have clarified how to spell Cal. Every episode we put out is built on real, hard-won lessons from the trenches, helping clients grow, win, and connect with the people they're here to serve. If you found this valuable, subscribe on your favorite platform and check us out at www.setsail.ca to learn more about how we can help your business grow. Do the little clicker. Where's the clicker? Boom.